So when we're looking at making that decision, and you mentioned companies like NetSuite that are perfect for the mid-level companies and so on. Do they often have those long commitments and those long situations where you've got to commit to a significant period of time, and then the transition from QuickBooks into a company like NetSuite would take, okay, we're going to shift it over in a month, and then I mean, it just seems like it's like stress.
It can be, and that's why the first thing you need to do is really sit down and say, "What is it that we need?"
Mm.
So that you don't end up
Just
signing up for more than what you need, even for the next 3 years. You know, the way NetSuite prices their things and the way like Business Central does it is two different, totally different things. Like I'm very familiar with Business Central, and
hmm
the reason I like Business Central is if you're already using Microsoft and Microsoft 365, it's a Microsoft product,
Oh,
so
nice.
it integrates so nicely with all of the different Microsoft suite items, uh, and it's $70 a month for a
Oh my
user,
goodness.
and you can pay it on a monthly basis. NetSuite, that's a little different. You've got
I was
different
gonna say.
modules, and you have to figure out which modules you want. And, yes, there's probably a contract you have to lock yourself into, and that's all part of the negotiating. I'm not saying that shouldn't be something you look at, but you just have to go in with your eyes wide open.
Okay, thank you. Because I was starting to sweat when you said NetSuite, and NetSuite's a fantastic company. All of these companies are fantastic
Yes,
for the right situation. But yeah, it can really get, if you ever thought of implementing a Salesforce, right? I mean, it's a beast
it
when all you
is.
need is this little pie slice over here, and it could really throw you for a loop, the difficulties and the interconnections, because it's designed to grow with you to be this big company or this big software suite that you have. But when you're getting in at the lower level, it can be quite intimidating.
It can be, it can be, and that's where, bringing in somebody who's got some experience in it is really helpful. You know, your bookkeeper, if they're QuickBooks qualified, may not have experience with some of the
That's
other systems, so you definitely wanna make sure you're bringing in somebody who can help guide you through the process
and the
and make
team.
sure that you're asking the right questions about, what it is that you need. They also can help you look at your current processes. Look, change is inevitable in life.
Yes,
And I know people get really hung up
freaked
with
out.
change management and, oh, I don't want to learn a new system. But sometimes it's a good thing. But, it does take, you have to take a step back and look at what are my current processes. And you have to make sure if you do select a piece of software that it's not square peg, round hole. You
Mm,
may have to change your processes, but it may be for the better. Uh, you know, I'll give you an example. I mean, if you're currently putting terms out for your customers and you're
mm.
having difficulty collecting money or anything like that, and you have a certain process that you're using, well, maybe that process isn't really benefiting you. Going to new software and a new process may actually accelerate your receivables, bringing more cash in quicker and freeing up your working capital so that you can now maybe make some moves that you were kind of holding off on because the cash wasn't in the bank. So, changes in process are not a bad thing. You just have to manage in the right way.
I love it.